UFC fan bases are built different. They can be some of the worst in sports, or some of the best, and some treat every single fight like it's the biggest main event in human history. But I'm not ranking them today, I'm just breaking them down. Conor McGregor fans are always the loudest in the room. They always have been, they always will be. They treat any McGregor news like it's a national holiday, whether he's tweeting something vaguely inspirational or walking out of court. They know the quotes, all of his suits, the whiskey. I honestly don't think some of them have watched a full card since UFC 205, but they're still convinced he's one left hand away from the bout. But honestly, at this point, Conor could post a blurry video of him shadowboxing in jeans and they'll still be commenting like he's coming back or something. Not to mention that some of them actually think Proper 12 is top shelf. Then we have John Jones fans. They've been through a lot and they definitely make sure that you know that. To them, 16 title wins just means it's GOAT status forever. Anything after that and before that, it's just noise to them. It doesn't mean anything. Failed test, misunderstandings, legal issues, mistakes, doesn't matter. Even that one fight with Reyes where he definitely robbed Reyes, doesn't matter because he won, apparently. They know John's resume from front to back. If you bring up anything outside of the cage, they're just gonna say, but he hasn't lost though.
No.
Now, Khabib fans. There's two types of Khabib fans. The peaceful ones who just kind of miss seeing him fight. And then you have the keyboard warriors who treat calling him anything less than the GOAT as straight blasphemy. They're still going to flood every single comment section with 29-0 and Maul. They'll also mention that he never bled, never got dropped, never lost control. Khabib fans don't just watch MMA or Khabib, they just preach him and frickin' Sambo. And then you have Ilia Topuria fans. They don't just think he's great, they think he's inevitable. Like he's freaking Thanos from the Avengers. And look, he's already beaten Volk, Max, just knocked out Charles. So now they're just waiting for him to clear out the lightweight division, just for fun. They've just embraced the delusion to the point where they think he could even go up to 170 if Islam wins and fight him and win. And then you've got Charles Oliveira fans. Charles fans are emotionally invested. Every fight feels like it's a redemption arc. They followed him through the owls, the glasses phase, the blonde hair phase. Win or lose, they're always in his corner. And even when he gets flatlined, they always think that he's going to come back stronger and wiser. And then you got Alex Pereira. Potent fans used to be like a little quiet cult, but now it's just kind of like a full-blown religion. They act like every stare down is the biggest thing, like ever. You could honestly show them a highlight reel on mute and they're still gonna get chills. To them, Alex isn't just winning fights, he's banishing people to the Shadow Realm. And then you got Israel Adesanya. His fans are all about the craft. They explain footwork like they're giving a TED talk. They're gonna defend every single anime reference, every walkout dance. And after Strickland, things got really quiet. And after Drickus, they got really quiet. Now it's mostly just cope memes and praying for a comeback. But yeah, deep down, they do believe their dog's gonna bark again. And you got Alex Volkanovski. Volk fans are probably the most balanced fans in the MMA fan base. They're not loud, they're not delusional. They just respect greatness. They admit when he loses, but they'll also remind you that he did take fights on short notice, moved up weight classes, and still nearly beat Islam. But yeah, they've seen him dominate, they've seen him also fall, and through it, they still stick with him. Islam fans are pretty much just Khabib fans in 4K. They're just a little bit more chill, but just as quick to say #1 pound for pound in every single comment section. They treat control time like it's gold and don't care if a fight's boring as long as the dominant Islam's winning. And even though he did get knocked out once early in his career, they just refuse to believe it. It didn't happen. Nate Diaz fans don't even care about rankings, bouts, or even wins really. They just kind of want chaos. They just want fights that feel like they were just made in a backyard. To them, the Stockton slap is like a legitimate scoring technique. They always act like if time didn't exist and if rounds were infinite, Nate would win every single fight. Sean O'Malley fans are built different, mainly from like TikTok and YouTube shorts. They love the look, the knockout highlights and the hair dye, just kind of like the whole brand. But some of them don't even watch the prelims. They think the rankings are a government conspiracy. He's not a champ anymore, but that hasn't changed much to them. Sean's still a walking W, apparently. But yeah, UFC fan bases, definitely different, but I think that's kind of what makes it fun. You don't know who you're going to get or what you're going to see in the comment section, and you never really know if there's going to be beef between one fan base and another.